Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to an SP Repatrons video today that I'm making for Arsi as part of their custom monthly music review. And if we switch over to here, we have ourselves a track on the screen. We don't have the video right now. It's doing this thing that it does with YouTube where like when you try and go back a bit, it shows all the different frames and chapters and it's very annoying. So we're going to listen through this track today from an actor named Alabama Shakes titled Don't Wanna Fight. It's the official video live from Capital Studio A. Just really quickly, I am familiar with this track because I have students in there. A lot of them quite like this song. They've learned it on guitar and drums and other instruments. So we're going to listen through this track from start till finish. We're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Be quite loud. Yeah, this is gonna be quite loud in the headphones. I hadn't turned up before. Really poignant intro riff. Oh wow.
My life don't cross the line. What you like, what I like, why can't we both be right?
Because I think these guys are Grammy Award winners, which is phenomenal. The vocal thing with that kind of squeal going into the main vocal line was just wonderful. Oh, tambourine, nice. Do they have a permanent band, or is this like kind of like session musicians involved as live recording? I don't mind either way, but it's just be interesting to know. Great head voice there. Bit of vocal fry there, nice. Oh, organ solo, nice. Oh no, they're loud. Phenomenal. Coming down with the bass, the drums and organs. Tremendous. I like that. I adore the way we approached that. I think that what they did really well here was they captured the essence of some different genres, such as the bluesy intonations, the R&B, and everything like that. There are some rockish parts with the guitar tones and everything like that. The vocal performance was sublime. There's a lot of positives to talk about, and I personally, yeah, we'll talk about that more in the conclusion. Because welcome to the conclusion, where I feel like it's better to talk about the conclusion stuff. This track, what do I think it's about? I think it's a live performance of their track, Don't Want to Fight, where they're just so sick and tired of having to deal with the other person's kind of like the drama that they deal with. They're just sick of having to fight. It's not that they don't necessarily believe in what they believe in anymore, but they're just exhausted from the struggle that they're having to go through that entire time. They just want it to end. They just want both parties to just kind of commiserate and just move past it because they're exhausted. The vocal performance exemplifies that incredibly well. It's one of the most passionate performances on vocally I've seen from a singer-songwriter in quite a long time. Wonderful pipes, we're very comfortable in a hidden chest voice there, but it's how we sell it, and this is the beauty of a live performance, where what we do is we say, hey, how do we show that raw expression, that humanity in audiovisual format? And we have that here. We can actually see the singer going through what they're singing about. There's so much power and presence behind it, and I think what's really effective as well is that what kind of belies the compression and the post-processing in the studio is just how powerful the singer is, like just in terms of the output there. You can see that she's really belting it, and it's so soulful, and it's also got a phenomenal amount of dynamic range. I'm sure that they had to do some magic behind the scenes in order to get her level with everything else, not because of a failing in terms of the vocal style. She's a wonderful singer. It's just because it is so dynamic. So I think that we were incredibly authentic with the way we were performing and expressing ourselves. The lyrics were sold wonderfully. We had some really interesting vocal melodies and harmonies in the choruses. The hook line, "Don't Want to Fight No More." Don't want to fight no more. I mean, I can't sing like they can, but it was just tremendous. So well done. The vocal is one of the highlights of the song for me. I think the track in general, again, part of what sells it is just how much the vocals the focal point, with everything else being so kind of quietly supportive of it. The drum beat is so, it's got a sense of consistency with it. Well, no, not consistent. Like, there's a couple of main beats there, rolling between some like eighth note sort of consistent rhythms with the "Don't Want to Fight." They're making it sort of methodical but also appreciable in terms of just how consistent that is. It provides a nice ground bed for the hook line to be on top. The work with the kicks and snares and toms and stuff like that, dum da dum da dum. It's just it's an interesting sort of 16th note groove there that shakes things up and goes for the halftime in that verse section. And it's very effective at going to and fro between, because this is basically, it starts with the intro, the chorus motif, then you go into the verse, then you got the chorus, then verse, then chorus, then like an interlude. Structurally, the song isn't particularly complex, but it nonetheless is very effective because it doesn't overstep its own sort of limitations. It tries not to oversell the structure. It's about the performance of the vocalist as well as the rest of the instruments. I think that, if I'm honest, this song really sort of like speaks to me because of the subtlety of the guitar riffs as well. Like, there's not a huge amount of technicality with the guitar riffs. We either had like kind of crispy bar chords on the strings, or we had some occasional kind of fragrant lead lines there. Even in the solo section there, we were very conservative with the way we expressed ourselves. There were some bends there. There was a lot of air in the room, but it was also simultaneously claustrophobic because of the intensity of the performance itself. But I think that the note choices we had there were lesser than the variation we had within the vocals, but in a way where it still was meaningful, and it had a great sense of it suited the mood. The bass line was nice and subtle and paired well with the chord progressions, as well as just providing a sense of groove and pace and unity, rhythmically with the drums, because the bass and drums need to go together a lot of the time in order to have a great sense of kind of it makes it more smooth and more funky when that occurs. There's a bit of funk within the song as well as everything else. There were all these different infusions. And then the organs on top, they were very occasional with like the tremolo, the vibrato there, the warble there that came in, especially interlude there. It was more like it was there to bring things up further into that interlude section. We didn't oversell it. It was more like an mid to upper range instrumental layer. We already had such a thick full sound with the bass and drums and stuff like that we didn't need anything back in that low end there. But it was just great to have that extra extra little bit of spice and pizzazz there near the end to continue to develop things, even like minimally. It was great. And with that in mind, you know, it was just nice to also have the guitar and things come away to just allow us to appreciate the bass and drums occasionally, just that low and kind of thump, the like of the grooves and everything like that. It was fantastic there. It was that dynamic range caused by taking away instrumental layers to change the mood and the vibe. The main theme though, it was almost kind of like it sounded to me like you were done. It was minor chords, there's a bit of tension in the middle there and resolved to a minor. It was almost like you felt as if things were never going to improve. There was a guitar calling out occasionally, there was a consistent warble of the noise in the head and everything like that. The drums were very authoritative and stuff like that. They sounded like very pissed off. Even though they weren't played with that sense of intensity. It was like chill, but it was also almost melancholy. It was definitely depressed. It was just struggling. The music sounded like struggle, and I think that matched the lyrics and the vocals very well in a way that made a lot of sense to me. The studio recording, mixing, and mastering was okay. It was okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I listened to this and I wasn't necessarily sure about the leveling of stuff in these headphones. It could just be that these headphones are very kind of like pedantic and anal about it, because these headphones are very unforgiving. It was a live take, so I think they did a tremendous job. And it definitely, like, don't get me wrong, I don't expect every like recording to be sterilized and perfect and like a pop song. There were variations in the levels of different instruments. I think that was because we allowed for more dynamic range within the tracks there to not try and sort of smother them. It was very organic. It sounded like you were at like a club or something like this listening to these guys play. I think maybe that's the vibe that they were going for. They didn't want to sort of overdo it, in which case it was absolutely fine. Things were nicely niched within the frequency spectrum. There was some resonance in the mid to lows, but that's fine. It had a bit of extra oomph down there and it made you feel like you were being weighed down. Things were nice and wide in stereo field. The guitar layers on either side were kind of interesting, and it was great to have the vocals and the harmonies coming on the mid sides there and the choruses, which were dope. Because again, the backing vocalists were wonderful as well. They were fantastic up in that mid to higher range there, and they really did back up the main singing really well in a way that made sense for the track and the mix. The leveling was pretty solid for the most part, and it was nice and low without pumping, so the bus compression and limiting were handled. I mean, effectively, this is just my review of this track from an Acton and Alabama Shakes titled Don't Wanna Fight. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please go show us the love via the various social medias and a YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as either hell more than ever thought crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review or in the next SP Patrons video. Spiderhands out.